What's up everyone, it's TDubsKid, and I recently got a comment from an in-fry asking if I could do a video on clothing for riding. And there's just so much motorcycle gear out there, but in this video I'm just going to show you all the gear I use when out riding the TW and what works for me. Starting out from the top, I have an AFX FX41 DualSport helmet, and I've actually had this for quite a while now before I got my bike, so probably like over 3 years ago. I got it before I took the MSF course, so I'd have a some gear and stuff, but it's hanging in there. It's got a lot of air vents, which is cool, and there used to be a little scoop up here, but it got ripped off by a tree. It's got all these air vents you can open and close, like on the back and on the front, and it's got some on the sides. It definitely flows air very well. It has reflectors right here, and it actually comes with a built-in sun visor. It's activated with this switch right here, but it doesn't really work right anymore. You used to be able to just flip the switch and it would come down, but it kind of gets like kind of stuck. So that's one thing to watch out for if you get this helmet. You can still make it work, but it's more of like a two-handed operation. You kind of have to like pull it down while you push the thing, and it sometimes locks and sometimes doesn't. It worked for like probably like a year and a half before it started doing that. And it also has removable pads and everything, and they're washable. They get pretty dirty riding off-road and everything. And I also added these 3M reflective strips. They just stick on, and they're black, but they're like reflective, so they look cool, and people can see you better like at night and stuff. And also, of course, I have a Sena SMH10R. Hello. And I made a separate video on installing this, and it's awesome. You can listen to your music like through your phone. You can also like connect to other people with Senas or Bluetooth communication, and you can like take phone calls. And it has a quick release strap, which is so much nicer than the ones you have to loop through, especially on a DualSport. But it's fun to stop places, to take your helmet off and kind of just relax a little bit, like in a cool view spot or whatever. And then of course I have my motovlog setup. It's a GoPro Hero 4 Black Edition. I have the microphone. I actually redid my microphone setup. I got a much better quality mic, especially with the loud exhaust, because on my old ones it just didn't sound very good. It would just like drown out my voice.
Wait a second. Yeah, I was just here. Yes, I was here.
But this one sounds awesome.
Woo! I made it out alive. That's a death trap for sure.
I'm going to do a whole separate video on that, so I'm kind of considering maybe replacing it soon. I've dropped it quite a few times. I mean, you're technically supposed to replace a helmet after you dropped it, and it's also rolled down hills. The visors are getting a little scratched up and stuff, so it might be time for a new one. And the one I'm looking into getting is called an LS2. I think it's like a Pioneer or something. They have like really cool like color schemes and everything. And it has the sun visor, but it's like cable driven instead of just like plasticky. And also, to go along with the helmet, I have an Alpinestars neck warmer. It just goes over your head. You can just put it around your neck, or you can also put this part like above your nose, and it's got some breathing holes, and it keeps your neck and face so much warmer when it's chilly out. And it's nice and fuzzy and furry on the inside. It's definitely worth it if you ever ride in chilly weather. Alright, so moving down to the torso for warmer weather, I have a Flux air mesh jacket, and this thing is awesome for when it's hot out, because I started out using like a regular motorcycle jacket, and riding trails and stuff with that would just get way too hot, so I needed to get something that would keep me cool. It's made pretty much completely with mesh, so it's obviously very, very breathable. And this stuff is actually abrasion resistant, so it like could handle sliding on pavement and everything. It's got lots of pockets, some on the inside. It's got some armor in it. The armor that it comes with kind of sucks. Let's look at the back armor. It's like really thin. It's better than nothing. And it's also got shoulder pads and elbow pads. You can adjust the part around your elbow to help it like hold on better. And what's also cool about this is that it also comes with a rain liner in this little pouch. It's pretty compact, so you could like throw it in a backpack or something. So yeah, it's real thin, just keeps the rain out. It's like zips into it, which is kind of cool. So like there's a separate zipper inside, apart from the main zipper. And I actually had to use this the other day. I didn't have it on, and it started like pouring down, and water would just like go right through all the mesh. Got my like shirt all wet and everything, and it was just freezing cold. But I stopped and like put this on, and it kind of just stopped like the airflow even from like, you know, making you really cold even though you're like still wet. So it's definitely a nice thing to have. Definitely a good warm weather jacket. It definitely helps to be moving. Like if you're going like really slow, like it doesn't flow air as well. But once you start moving and you're all sweaty, it just cools you off so much. So it's definitely good for warm weather. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I kind of felt like a dorky clown wearing the high vis, even though it's way safer. I just grabbed a Fox 180 jersey. It's a size bigger than I normally wear, and I just like throw it over everything. Next up, I have a Speed and Strength off the chain jacket. So this is the original jacket I got when I started riding, but it just was way too hot for warm weather, but it works really good for cold weather. It's a textile type of jacket, and it has a removable hoodie, which is kind of cool. I mean, it seems like it's kind of pointless to have a hoodie on a motorcycle, but it's kind of nice like when you stop, you know, if it's like kind of cold and you take your helmet off, you can just like put the hood up and it looks kind of cool. It's super easy to remove the hoodie. It kind of just zips out of it like the removable rain liner on the other one. It's got a little thing up here and it comes out. And this one also has armor. It's definitely higher quality armor than the mesh jacket. It's a lot thicker, especially the back protector. It also has shoulder pads and elbow pads as well. But also, what's kind of cool about this, and kind of the reason I first got it, is it has a concealed carry holster in here, which sounds really cool. And I tried to use it a few times, but what I found out is just there's too much bulk right here, like when you have a gun right there, and you know, you risk like breaking your ribs if you go down, so I just carry it somewhere else now. It's got like lots of pockets on the outside, and also it's got some vents that open up like on each arm, one over here, and on the back it's got some vents for the back as well, so you can like vent air out. And it's got like a little reflective stripe right here. One thing I will say is that this is not waterproof. Maybe a little water resistant if you get like a little bit of rain, but if it starts pouring down, like water will go right through this and it'll start soaking the whole jacket, and it's just really heavy and cold. It's happened a few times. But then again, I could always use the rain liner from the mesh jacket and bring that with me. And then I can use the hoodie, rain liner, and this. I feel like that would be pretty warm. And if it gets really cold, I have this other hoodie. It's actually a Milwaukee heated hoodie, which is pretty sweet. Like, it gets nice and toasty. It runs off the power tool batteries right here, like the ones you would on like their impact drivers and drills and stuff. And it just like plugs in when it's in this pocket, and use this button, you just hold it down, it just lights up, and there's 3 different settings. That's cold, hot, medium. So yeah, that's about it for jackets. Alright, gloves. For most of the riding, I use these. They're Scorpion Sgs Mark II. I had the first generation ones of these, but they actually started getting holes in the fingers, so I had to get some new ones. And they had these, and they're pretty cool. They got the carbon fiber in the knuckles, and they also have lots of like pads like on the fingers and like around here. And what I like about these gloves versus like other ones is that it has these palm sliders. I guess these are like designed to prevent scalpoid injuries, which like when you go down and you like hit concrete or something, a lot of times the gloves will grab, and I don't know what exactly happens, but like breaks like a bone in your hand. I guess it's really hard to heal, and these are supposed to prevent that. They flow air pretty well. They're probably not as good as like, you know, motocross gloves, but they're gonna be like better on the street and stuff. And then I have winter gloves. They're like Scorpions as well. I don't remember the model of them. And these things like kind of suck for riding, but they keep your hands really warm, and they're like completely waterproof, pretty much, which is really nice. These are not waterproof at all, but they flow air. There's always a trade-off to like different types of gear. They have what's called like a thinsulate material. Keeps your hands warm. They're kind of hard to put on, especially when your hands are cold. I don't know what it is, but it's just like your fingers don't want to go into the things. These are like the gauntlet style, so it's definitely nice for cold weather. They just suck for like maneuvering and using your hands. But if it's really cold, a lot of times I'll bring actually both of these, like so I can like switch off like for more road riding, when you're going faster and things are colder, wear these, and then I'll switch to these if I'm doing like more like off-road trails and stuff, because like when you're going slow and moving a lot, your hands stay a lot warmer. Alright, moving down to the legs. I'll start out with these knee braces. These are the Troy Lee Design Catalyst X by VQ Ortho Care. They're made in the United States. These are not cheap, like whatsoever. But the reason I have these is because I've had knee injuries and I don't want to injure my knees anymore, so I got these and they are freaking awesome. One thing to consider is like if you get knee braces of any kind, they're going to be really uncomfortable at first, but if you keep wearing them, you get like really used to them, and they're like an actual orthopedic type of brace. They have like a rigid aluminum frame, so it keeps your knees really protected from like twisting, and also like crushing forces. Like if something comes, you know, to crush your leg like that way or something, it's really going to help protect it. It's got a lot of padding in here, and these knee cups have tons of padding, because I've laid my bike down like off-road probably like 10-15 miles an hour before and just like landed on my knees and like slid. Like you don't even feel it. You just get back up, you're like, oh, that didn't even hurt at all. So it's definitely awesome. If you don't actually get a brace, because these are really expensive, I would recommend getting some type of like knee protection. They have cheaper braces as well that are more like a plastic like frame. But yeah, I would definitely recommend protecting your knees. And also a lot of pants have like built-in knee pads, which are help pretty good. Like you don't have to get these expensive knee braces, but I would definitely recommend getting anything to protect your knees, especially riding like dual sports and like off-road, because you're probably gonna fall at some point and land on your knees. But trust me, knee injuries suck, and I want to protect my knees as much as possible. And then I have these Olympia Dakar DualSport pants. These are awesome. They're actually mesh as well, and these keep you really cool. Like when you're moving, it's almost like you're wearing shorts. Not quite, but it's pretty close, because those knee braces make your legs a lot warmer, because they're kind of enclosed. So having that flowing air like makes it really nice and enjoyable riding off-road. They're made with a Cordura fabric. It's really abrasion resistant, and these actually come with removable knee pads. I just removed them because I have the knee braces, obviously. And what's kind of interesting about these is that you can like convert them into shorts. Do you remember those like goofy pants people had in elementary school that they were like convert to shorts? It's just like those. One thing I will say is that this zipper like starts coming undone. Like I'll ride like through a whole day, and when I'm done, like the zipper's like right there for some reason. It's on the inside, so it's not like a big deal or anything, but sometimes it's kind of hard to zip back. Like it kind of like wants to get stuck. Like sometimes it goes, sometimes it kind of just gets stuck, but it's not a huge deal. One thing that happened when I just got these is I actually burned a hole like right here in the knee area. I was like moving my bike, I guess. I don't even remember when it happened. I just noticed it like when I was done riding, and I had it melted through, which is maybe a little worrisome. I don't know. So we just like put a patch on there. It's holding up pretty well. Oh, and also another thing that's really annoying is the stitching right here started coming undone, and there's like this part on my bike, this plastic part. It's like kind of pointy, and it keeps getting caught. Like every time I stand up, it goes in there and like gets caught, and it's really annoying. So I'm gonna have to like try to like sew this back together or something, because these were like fairly expensive. They were not like cheap, so it's kind of sucks that they're kind of falling apart and everything. And also another thing, getting some like holes in my pocket, which kind of sucks. Like look at that, that's not cool. I almost like lost my stuff, but the cool thing is it's got this like whole mesh liner in here, so it was just like stuck in that, so I was able to get some of my stuff back. And also they have hip pads, which is really nice. This is like, you know, Tempur-Pedic kind of material, and it's also got some like reflective material right here as well. And then down here, so they're all dirty, but they just like go around my boots. You can also zip them up, like if you have bigger boots and you want to get it around there. And then for my feet, I have these Alpinestars Tech 2s. I love these things. They're awesome. They're like kind of the half boots. They're not like the full-on boots and everything. They just have two straps. They're really nice, like if you're riding and then you want to kind of like take a break, maybe walk around, like climb up some rocks. And it's kind of cool. They have like a steel shank like in the sole, very protective. One thing I'll add, if you get these boots, like at first it seems like it's really hard to get the straps off. Like when you pull it off like that, like it doesn't want to come out of the thing. But if you like push on this part right here while you like push down, I guess. Like, it's kind of hard to get used to. It just like pops right out. But it like took me forever to figure that out. And I almost like never wash them. I just like keep them like this. All I do is just like empty the dirt out of it, because they're just gonna get dirty again. And then also for my feet, I have like a wool blend sock. I don't remember like what blend or percentage of each material it is, but they're like wool, like something else. They keep your feet like really nice and dry and like cool in the summertime, and nice and dry and like warm in the wintertime. Way better than cotton. They're really thick too, so it provides some good padding for your feet, which is nice for like blisters and stuff like that. One more thing I'll throw in here is this tactical hydration pack. It's got MOLLE webbing, so you could like attach stuff or other like MOLLE capable pouches on here if you want it to. And it's also got this little Velcro patch area, and I got a fun meter patch. Fun is always to the max. And it's got some good storage pouches, one up top, it's pretty deep. And if you take this off and unzip these, you get to the hydration bladder. It's just in here. And then it has this decent size pouch down here. It's got like a zippered pocket and some, you know, little pockets in there, a little thing for your keys. It's definitely useful. The thing I like about having, you know, a smaller like hydration type pack like this versus like a, you know, really big backpack is that it really sucks having too much weight on your back when you're riding motorcycles. It'll really make your back sore, and this is just like the perfect amount of weight. It's just not too much. I mean, I guess it depends on what you put in here, and then as you drink the water down, it weighs less and less throughout the day, because I've tried bigger backpacks and it just makes your back hurt like after a while. Like, it's not good for it, especially off-road, like when you're going over lots of bumps and everything. It's got a chest strap, a little bungee thing, and it's got a little whistle in case you're like being eaten by a bear or something. I don't know. And this actually has a waist strap, which usually these don't have, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'll do like maybe another video on this and like everything I keep in it. So I hope you guys found this video useful. This is just all the gear I use and kind of what works for me. It's always evolving, kind of changing as I try different things. It's going to be different for everyone, just depends on the kind of riding you do. But hopefully it gave you a little bit better idea of what to look for if you're just getting into dual sporting. So yeah, if you guys have any tips, or if you would like to share what kind of gear you use out riding your dual sport, don't forget to leave a comment down below. I will also leave links to everything in this video in case you want to check it out. But anyways guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you later. Peace out.